Colin Ennis.
Kristen Waller.
My name is Rashad Abdullah.
Griffin Kearney.
Sarah Cowan.
I'm Cynthia Salazar.
STEM is...
STEM.
STEM.
STEM is
science,
technology,
engineering,
Mathematics.
STEM is, I guess, science, technology, engineering, and math. But more than that, it's getting students to learn about technology and apply it in the real world.
This is an initiative to really get another drive going in America to make sure that we stay on the forefront of technology, as it's been one of the major contributions to why our country has become as wonderful as it is. And you can see that these things are crucial to modern technology, because just looking at Newton and Leibniz when they invented calculus, that was the birth of physics and everything that has contributed to everything we've made possible now.
What it means to me is pretty much my entire life. I would say I'm interested in math. I use math and engineering, and I use engineering to produce technology. So it's pretty much why I'm at SU and what I'm here to learn about.
The new things, the new challenges that we have to adapt to as human beings, as animals, and science is the forefront that will help us achieve this goal.
It's important to study STEM because there are a lot of issues in the world, and people need to study math, science, technology in order to fix these issues.
Technology is definitely going and making its way into every aspect of our lives.
So I took a history class a couple of years ago, and we talked about, after the Great Depression, how investment in technology kind of made America bounce back. So I think now, right after the depression, or the economic recession that we're in, technology is now its most important as it's ever been.
You know, I'm an environmental engineer, so I'm really interested in global warming, and so I'm really looking into the science behind the reasons we've caused these things and how we can go about creating solutions to solve these problems.
There are a lot of changes going on in the world, and I'm studying chemistry so I can go to pharmacy school, and then there are these new drugs that are being developed so that they can help people cure the various diseases that are coming up.
Engineering is really a huge mix of all the physics and math and engineering and technology. So being an aerospace engineer just means that I'm mixing all that in hopes to make something fly.
Biochemistry is important to study because it has more to do with like the human body, and it helps a number of different fields. First, it helps pharmaceuticals, and it helps doctors, because doctors have to study the different chemical processes that occur in the body, and with that they have to figure out, like, if a person comes in and they're sick, that's how they figure out what to do, how to help them. In pharmaceuticals, obviously they use it to create the medications that the doctors are going to use to prescribe.
I work at the Health Services Pharmacy as a volunteer, and this counts as credit for experience in working in the pharmacy, and this will help me in my application for pharmacy school, and it will also help me as an experience as I go into the pharmacy world.
Over the summer I actually interned at Glamour.com, so that was really exciting.
I'm flying out to Lake Tahoe. I'm doing a presentation of my research that I have completed. I was awarded an undergraduate research fellowship with the US EPA my sophomore year while at SU. And under that fellowship, I did research with the EPA this past summer under the Clean Air Markets Division. And I submitted an abstract for review, and I heard back that I was selected to speak at this conference in Lake Tahoe. So next week I'll be speaking in front of the National Atmospheric Deposition Program, so pretty excited about that.
So I've done 2 internships with General Electric during my time here. One of them was a summer internship, and the other was the Global Enterprise Technology Immersion Experience. So I got to get kind of a taste of the summer internship life that everybody kind of goes through, and then also go from the 8 to 5 job for a whole semester, which was a really cool experience. cruel?
Well, over the summer I worked in Boston in Massachusetts General Hospital in the neurosurgery lab, and I had a series of different projects that I had to work on, and it was a great learning experience, especially because it was a biochem field and biochem lab, and I'm a biochem major, so it was great.
So I've been involved with some pretty cool research. This past summer I did the Syracuse RU program, which is Research Experience for Undergraduates. And I worked with computational fluid dynamics, which is CFD. I worked under my advisor, Professor Dannenhofer. He's a PhD out of MIT, so a very brilliant man. He's been a role model since I got here. I remember seeing him at the open houses when we came in April, before I was actually a student here. So it's been really cool.
I think that my dream job would be an engineering job in the environmental field where I actually feel like I am physically helping the environment. I really think I want to go into hazardous waste management because you're actually physically figuring out a way to remove pollution from the earth. And so I really want to be able to do that and know that I have somehow improved the status of the environment in some way.
Dream job would be to work on a magazine website.
I think my dream job would be a CIO of a company. Somebody who takes technology, applies it to the world, and makes everybody's lives easier.
My dream job is to be a retail pharmacist.
My dream job, I'd like to be a reconstructive surgeon. Along with this lab that I worked in, across the street was actually Shriners Hospital for Children, which a lot of them are burn victims. And it was really sad to see them and how they kind of don't like the way that they look, and I want to be that person that kind of gives them a little bit more of a normal life back, and I really like that.
My dream, well, once I actually end up out of school, because right now I plan to pursue a PhD, I really like learning about math and physics and whatnot, if you can tell from my choice of major and minors. But I think my dream job would be to work on something with either NASA or government contracts, because I don't want to feel like I'm just crunching numbers. I want to feel like I'm doing something that's really progressing modern man. I want to be inventing new technologies or improving technologies that have never been improved to this extent.
I decided to come to Syracuse University mainly because my brother was here and the buildings were cool.
Well, when I came on campus, I loved it, and especially in the high school, you could get a small school within a big university
I
field.
chose SU for a number of reasons. One, the science field was beginning to grow, and I saw the new facility that was built, and I compared the labs and everything that I'd seen in this facility to other schools that their science department may have been there, but the facilities were falling apart. They didn't feel right.
I chose SU because it was ABET accredited. My dad is an engineer, and so he really wanted me to come to an ABET accredited school. And it was 4 hours away from home and had a great basketball team. But the reasons that I have loved my time at SU are amazing. The professors, the courses, everything has just been such a wonderful experience in my engineering field, and I really feel that I am an excellent student because of Syracuse.
I chose Syracuse because I knew that I could not only get the benefits of a huge university with great alumni, D1 sports, and a great campus atmosphere, but also get the individual attention in small classrooms, meeting professors, talking with them after class, and really developing the relationships that have made my experience here great.
So, all you people out there, study STEM because STEM rules the world.
If you're a student that's interested in studying science, technology, engineering, or math, but you might also be interested in something else, SU is the place for you because we've got everything.